everyone. I just came from the movie theater. I saw the new Brendan Fraser. He produced it, stars in it. One of a few people who helped produce this great, great film. I give it an A plus. I give it an A plus 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 plus. Rental Family. If you get a chance to see it, I highly recommend it. Now, I apologize in advance with where I'm going to go with this to a degree, right? I didn't sit in the theater and say, oh, wow, this will be a great chance for me to do what I'm going to do in a minute or so here. But human condition, life, expectations, elations, disappointments, motivations for why humans lie at times. Part of human nature and human emotion. And wow, this film encompasses that immensely. Now, I want to, part two, say, minor spoiler here. There is a lesbian kiss scene. And before you get all bent, oh my God, more woke pandering, more rainbow alphabet mafia garbage, pandering and blah. I get that. Yes. Too much pandering and idiocy to the woke crowd, in my opinion. Oh, like I've mentioned this before, the Halloween series, right? Oh, gay couple moved into the Michael Myers home. Completely ridiculous, pandering to the Rainbow Alphabet Mafia and the woke left crowd, in my opinion, in that movie. Zero, zero to do with the Halloween franchise. Zero, pure pandering. Ruined one of those films, in my opinion, because it becomes a distraction. It has zero to do with that storyline at all. None. M. Night Shyamalan, I've mentioned before. Knock at the cabin door. A gay couple. Like this film, a lesbian couple. Minor scene, really, short, brief, not in there to be pandering, but in my opinion, a very important and integral part of the story of why someone might lie to others about something, the motivations, and coming from a place of love and not wanting to disappoint someone else. Same with M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin Door. The gay couple is an integral part of that story, and indeed, we're all a victim and it's homophobia. That part is in the film to call out that, oh, you're gay, so automatically the world's against you, and they're only against you because you're gay. No, an important part of the M. Night Shyamalan script of Knock at the Cabin Door to arrive at that brilliant ending. Same here with Rental Family. Not pandering, an important integral piece of humanity in our times, and relating to human nature, human condition, human emotion. Very important part of the film. So I have no objection to it in Rental Family or M. Night Shyamalan's film, because unlike the Halloween film and so many of the others, where it's just in there for the sake of being in there and pandering to less than 1% of humanity in all these films. So it's necessary. And the part I'm pre-apologizing about, I didn't sit in the theater and plot, oh, this'll be another great opportunity for me to peddle, for instance, a short story, A Lasting Legacy, and or the Book of Kennedy, Project Carpe Diem. but I'm mentioning them now because they too about life and living and human emotion and what are people's motivations and are you trying to put good in the world or are you just being mean, putting out nasty and negative and you're miserable, you want it. Excuse me, I just had a burger from Rally's. Still sucking on a shake from Rally's. But, nasty and negative, the math holes as I go into in the book of Kennedy, Project Carpe Diem. But I spoke with somebody after that movie on the way out, uh, introduced myself, and we talked about the film. So me as an author came up and I said, and I mean wholeheartedly, well, I certainly like to think my books about life and living and humanity and the human condition are heartwarming or heartfelt or can touch a nerve and make people think. I see a movie like that and I think like, wow, I hope people think my writing is compelling, but wow. I wish I could write that well, right? And this is not a self-deprecation act. I mean, really. In CTP series of books, I talk about Dennis Prager, my favorite current talk show host, right? I wish he's always so cool, calm, and collected, and uh, can convey everything in great logic and reason formed. I wish at times I'm absent and miss it. I wish I could be as quick-witted as him, as articulate as Dennis Prager. So I'm not saying that to blow smoke his way or, oh, look at me, I'm so humble. This isn't a self-deprecation act. I mean, I think my writing is decent. I think it's good. I certainly think it's worth you looking into. I hope you do, right? And I'm trying to get Book of Kennedy and A Lasting Legacy either separate or kind of together as a book that deals with humanity and us all trying to be better. Self-reflection, right? What are we putting out into the world and can we do better? Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, Rick Springfield's Karma song. Every bit of love I give to another, you know what I believe? It comes back to me, right? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. All part of humanity and human nature. If you uh, exude good, guess what? You're likely to be surrounded with good and get good back. If you exude hate and anger and negativity all the time, don't be so surprised when all that negativity comes back your way, right? The karma concept. But I'm also trying to get adapted to the screen Terror Strikes Coming Soon to a City Near You. Also, not about death and destruction, but life and living. These same themes. And to see those themes up on the screen in Rental Family was like, oh, great, a chance, an excuse to peddle my books again. Now, the point being is, I'm glad others are on the, I joked in another video, on the same page. Yeah, writing books, pun intended, right? More people trying to put out films or books that make people think. And I want these hopefully to be able to adapt it to the screen because a movie, you've got the visuals. Books can be touching, right? And hopefully my books strike a chord, but presented on the screen with visuals and often a great musical score can drive things home in a way beyond a book, beyond the emotion you might get out of a book. And I'd like to see these adapted to the screen. At any rate, again, I didn't plot at the end of the movie, oh, let me run home and do a review because it gives me an excuse to talk about my books. Not the point, not the purpose, not the intent here. The intent is to praise them. I am so glad to see Brendan back up on the big screen and such a great film and positivity films or emotion, make people think, try to make people look inward and self reflect. Great stuff. I'm glad others, I'm glad I'm not the only one trying to do it, is the point here, right? Okay. I hope everyone understands that. I hope you really do, right? So glad I'm not the only one trying to do it, and others are doing it. And wow, so much more fantastic. I could have never written that. Again, not fake humility. I could have never written that. That's just not me. That's just not the way I write. That's just not my style. I don't have that. I haven't been doing that my whole, well, I've been doing it as a hobby my whole life, writing, but I consider my books a hobby. I'm not a professional author. It is not how I make my living. It supplements my disability income. I wish it did a little more. But whole other thing there. But right, my my calling, the way I see it, to try to share, to bring more positivity in the world, and to get people to think and self-reflect more. Right, like Steve Rodermund, right? Self-reflect rather than being self-absorbed in the sin of hubris. Anyway, thank you all. Take care. God bless. Rental Family in theaters now. Great, great, great movie. Hope you'll see it. Take care. God bless. Love you all.